My name is Michael Thornton, a tech entrepreneur who'd just cashed out on my third startup. At 52, I'd finally bought my dream car, a gleaming red Lamborghini Aventador. It wasn't practical for our quiet suburban neighborhood of Willow Grove, but after years of driving a rusty Ford Taurus through my early career, I figured I deserved it. Little did I know, that car would ignite a firestorm of jealousy, deception, and revenge that would shake our community to its core. Willow Grove was a tidy development, nice homes, but not mansions. The Homeowners Association, HOA, was run by a clique of busybodies who treated their roles like a full-time job. The president, Diane Harper, was a 55-year-old blonde with a permanent frown and a white Mercedes SUV she bragged about endlessly, calling it European elegance. She lived 4 houses down, her corner lot giving her a hawk's eye view of everyone's business. From the moment I brought the Lamborghini home, Diane's obsession began. It started subtly. She'd stroll by my house, pretending to check her mailbox, her eyes glued to my garage. I caught her lingering when I'd take the car out for my Saturday drives, her gaze hungry. I thought it was harmless. Exotic cars draw attention. I even offered to let her sit in it, but she waved me off, saying she didn't care for ostentatious toys. Yet, at HOA meetings, she'd snipe about noisy vehicles disrupting property values. Her cronies Susan Miller, Tom Reynolds, and Linda Carter nodding like obedient puppets. It was clear she meant me. Unbeknownst to me, Diane was weaving a web of lies. She told her inner circle she had connections to luxury car dealers and was planning to upgrade from her Mercedes to something more refined. The stage was set for a scheme so audacious, it still feels like a fever dream. The madness unfolded over a weekend. I'd planned to visit my old college buddy, James, in Charlotte for his bachelor party. I left Thursday morning in my practical Honda Accord, leaving the Lamborghini locked in my garage. Diane, who'd been studying my habits like a private investigator, knew I took the LAMBO out every Saturday. She also knew my garage door had glitched during a recent power outage, a detail I'd mentioned to neighbors. I'd fixed it, but not before Diane filed it away for her plan. That Saturday, while I was in Charlotte, Diane executed her plot. She somehow accessed my garage, likely exploiting the old lock system, and drove my Lamborghini to her driveway. She'd invited Susan, Tom, and Linda for a special reveal, complete with mimosas and pastries, as if unveiling a new purchase. Dressed in a sharp blazer, Diane stood beside my car, beaming. "I finally treated myself," she announced. "My dealer friend got me an incredible deal on this Lamborghini." Her friends were floored. Susan gasped, "Diane, it's stunning." Tom, a self-proclaimed car buff, circled the car, muttering about its $300,000 price tag. Diane basked in their awe, dodging questions about the cost with false modesty. When Linda asked for a ride, Diane faltered she didn't know how to drive a manual supercar. "It's tricky," she said. "I'm still learning the controls." What Diane didn't know was that Mrs. Evelyn Brooks, the 78-year-old widow across the street, was watching. Evelyn had seen me with the Lamborghini countless times and knew it was mine. Noticing my Accord was gone, she sensed something was off. Sharp as ever, she recorded the scene from her kitchen window, capturing Diane driving my car into her driveway. Meanwhile, in Charlotte, James's bachelor party ended early when he got food poisoning. I decided to drive home Saturday evening, eager to take the Lamborghini out Sunday. Pulling into my driveway at 11:45 p.m., I was exhausted but content until I saw my garage door wide open. My heart sank. The Lamborghini was gone. No signs of a break-in, just an empty space where my car should have been. Panicked, I was about to call the police when I heard laughter and an unmistakable V12 engine idling nearby. Following the sound, I reached Diane's house and froze. There was my Lamborghini, gleaming in her driveway, with Diane and her friends sipping champagne around it. She was mid-story about upgrading to Italian craftsmanship. Rage and disbelief battled inside me. She wasn't just stealing my car, she was pretending she'd bought it. I started recording on my phone and stepped forward. "That's my car," I said, my voice cutting through their chatter. The group froze. Diane's champagne glass shattered on the pavement. Susan stammered, "Michael, what are you doing here?" I explained I'd come home early to find my garage broken into and my car here. Diane's face cycled through shock, fear, and defiance. "Your car?" she scoffed. "This is my Lamborghini. I bought it this week." Her friends wavered, caught between her confidence and my certainty. Diane doubled down, calling me delusional and accusing me of jealousy. Tom suggested a misunderstanding, claiming Diane had shown them paperwork. "Show me the title," I demanded. Diane snapped, "I don't owe you anything. You're trespassing." As her friends backed her up, I felt like I was losing my mind. The license plate, the custom red stitching it, was undeniably my car. When Diane threatened to call the police, I dialed 911 myself, putting the call on speaker. "I'd like to report a stolen vehicle," I said. "It's at my neighbor's house, and she's claiming it's hers." Officers Daniels and Rivera arrived within 15 minutes. Diane insisted the car was hers, but faltered when asked for paperwork. I ran home, grabbed my title, registration, and insurance documents, and showed the officers photos from my insurance app. Diane, empty-handed, claimed her documents were in a safe and accused me of harassment. That's when Evelyn Brooks appeared, clutching her phone. "I saw everything," Evelyn said calmly. She showed the officers a video of Diane driving my Lamborghini from my garage at 8:47 a.m. Diane's composure shattered. "That's doctored," she screamed, then grabbed a coffee mug and hurled its contents onto the car's hood, staining the paint. "Fine. Michael thinks he's better than us, flaunting his tech money. I just wanted to show everyone what success looks like." Diane was arrested for grand theft auto and vandalism. Her friends, stunned, swore they believed her story. The Lamborghini was towed for paint repairs, costing $3,500. Evelyn became a neighborhood hero, her video sealing Diane's fate. The HOA ousted Diane, uncovering her misuse of resident data to stalk my travel schedule. But Diane's revenge was just beginning. Weeks later, while on community service, she escalated. My newspapers vanished, fake HOA violations appeared on my door, and one morning, my lawn was covered with pink flamingos spelling thief, each tagged with stolen from Diane Harper. Then, my insurance company called about a hit-and-run claim. Diane alleged I'd smashed her Mercedes with my Lamborghini. I proved I was in Chicago during the accident, but Diane had staged it with a rented Lamborghini, hired actors, and fake footage. A police search of her home revealed a revenge shrine with photos of me, my car, and a timeline of my life. She'd used lockpicking tools, hacking devices, and dark web contacts to orchestrate her schemes, even planning to ruin my credit with fake IDs. The final blow came when Diane, from jail, hired her cousin Brian to burn down my garage with the Lamborghini inside. The FBI foiled the plot, arresting Brian, who confessed Diane had lied about me being a criminal. At her federal trial, Diane's insanity plea crumbled against evidence of her meticulous planning. She was convicted of stalking, fraud, and conspiracy, sentenced to 12 years, and ordered to pay $150,000 in restitution. Judge Eleanor Vance was scathing. "You tried to destroy a man's life over envy. Your actions endangered an entire community." Diane's final courtroom plea, blaming me for not being a better neighbor, was silenced by the judge's order to reflect in prison. Willow Grove healed, thanks to Evelyn's quiet leadership. My Lamborghini, now Fort Knox secure, remains a symbol of triumph. Diane's downfall taught us that jealousy can consume everything you are. Justice, though slow, prevailed. What do you think about Diane's actions? Have you faced injustice or violence in your community? Share your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your perspective on how we confront such behavior in our lives.